Do you want to hear really? Do you want to hear pretty funny? You access this. Start this.
Tell your story.
We're
recording.
Oh, we are.
This is how we do it. This makes it more natural.
Okay.
More going. MovieGoers podcast.
Great. All right.
I like it. George David Biddle.
Let's not show this one to
Christian Waterkotte.
Just kidding. He told me this story, which I just thought was absolutely hilarious because like Ben has like terrible luck.
Yeah.
And
yep.
What is this is so disorienting. Okay.
Ben does have terrible luck.
Okay, let me paint this picture for you.
Paint it for us.
He woke up, blood all over his sheets.
All right, we've all been there. So
yeah. Okay. It wasn't. Don't freak out. He had a nosebleed, but he kept bleeding. And he kept bleeding, and his roommate or something called the ambulance because he was bleeding that much. Okay, because it wouldn't stop. It just wouldn't stop. But he was worried that he was gonna like die or something. So like the ambulance came, and this was like cold.
His roommate didn't wake him up.
Well, I mean, no. Ben woke up. He was bleeding too much, and his roommate was with him, and he was like, I'm calling the ambulance. And so this is like a cold, rainy day in like late October, early November. Yeah, Philadelphia. And so he goes outside then to like wait for the ambulance, which takes Ben like 25 minutes or something to get there.
You have to pay a lot of money for an ambulance.
Yeah, and you do. And they took him on the ambulance and like, you're fine, pretty much. And then like he literally just got an ambulance ride to the hospital. He didn't go to like the ER or anything, obviously. Just sitting in the hospital and they're like, yeah, you have a nosebleed. I think they might have given him an IV, possibly, just to kind of like appease him. Well, no, and Ben was like, "Okay, what should I do?" Like, "Oh, what you have to do is you should get a dehumidifier or like a humidifier." And
right.
Keep in mind, he has like 4 classes this day, and he doesn't go to a single one of them because of this debacle. I don't remember when his classes showed up, but like just keep it.
He like missed a whole day of school.
A literal entire day of school for this bullshit.
College.
Okay, so he was at hospital and they were like, hey, go get a humidifier from the CVS. And we're like, you can't go to the CVS though, across the street they don't have it, you got to go to this one like 10 blocks away. And Ben is in a t-shirt and sweatpants, like pajama pants, because he just woke up pretty much.
Oh, that's how he normally dresses.
Well, yeah, and it was like 40 degrees. Or 45 and like drizzling or whatever. So he like walks 10 blocks this way, which is in the opposite direction of his college, I guess. And he goes there and they're like, oh, we don't have dehumidifiers. It's this one, 10 blocks back that way. So he goes there, they have the dehumidifier. And then, so he goes back to his dorm, he sets it all up. And
Did he tell you this?
Yeah, he told me this.
Okay.
And he left to go do something. I think maybe to go get food or maybe buy a video game. And then by the time he got back, the dehumidifier had flooded his entire desk.
Oh my
Like
God.
ruining books.
No.
Okay. And so,
He put it above his desk?
No, he put it on his desk. But the thing is, it like there was a crack in it. He had
The
to
one
go,
he just bought?
Yeah. He had to go all the way back to like walk again back to like the hospital, which I don't think was even close in the first place, to get another dehumidifier. And I think he had to pay for all of these because I think he threw away the receipt or something. And like, it was just a Ben day.
Well,
Normal
that's
day.
Greaves. That's Greavesley for you. So this is before he came on.
If you're watching this, Ben, I love you.
Ben's not watching this. No, he's going to comment tomorrow on the Facebook link. He commented today. And we're just talking about this is the Ben Greaves podcast, I think. He commented today on my Netflix post. It was just like suggestions I had.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to look at that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm glad you didn't. No, but anyway,
I'm so busy with my girlfriend.
Right. But you're on Facebook anyway. So
Caroline
I
Marie
had it.
Seelig.
I had it.
Just
on
kidding.
Facebook.
It's Victoria Provo.
My God.
Oh.
David Pro.
Yeah. Nice. Not coming today, David. We have an empty mic right here for you. Anyway, we had.
Have me some of those Triscuits. I'm gonna eat them in the mic.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So, what was I about to say? Ben. Oh yeah. He when we had him on last time. This is before he came on.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad. And where is he now?
Oh,
he's still in school.
Yeah, because they do like trimesters or something there. It's like a pregnancy.
And plus, this is his last summer for the next 4 years.
Hold on. It's like a pregnancy.
Yeah, because there's the trimesters to the pregnancy. It's like a pregnancy of knowledge.
He's gonna be pregnant 4 times.
of dragon knowledge.
He's getting he's getting pregnant with.
It's like Game of Thrones. You get 3 dragons, 3 semesters
for $62,000,
and everyone's Khaleesi.
It's actually 183 per semester, and there's 3.
Wait, hold on.
I'm kidding, guys. It's ridiculous.
No, that's not right. It's 60. It's 70 though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that.
He actually got a full ride though, because he 100% Dark Souls 2, and that was just like.
Oh, that's great.
That's just an award that you get.
Yeah. Wow.
It's an award you get.
Yeah.
Go figure. Well, anyway, Biddle, welcome back.
Thanks.
You came back 2 Thursdays ago.
I did.
A fortnight ago.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
2 weeks is a fortnight. Yeah.
2 weeks is a fortnight.
No, go ahead.
Oh, what's that? Okay, thanks. I thought I heard something. So you came back a fortnight. How was your first year of college? I'm like surprised. I was surprised to see you alive during the winter.
Yeah, I saw David Provo at the gym the other day, and he's like, "Oh man, like I'm surprised to see you." Like,
What gym was that?
the YMCA.
Oh.
And he was like, "Oh man, I'm surprised to see you alive. I was rooting for you, buddy." He also told me I look more muscular. I don't know if the camera's on, but I look a lot more muscular than last time.
No, yeah, I noticed right away.
I don't see it either. I don't see it.
Okay, well, I thought both of you
Kirsten
got
Anderson
fat.
just sent me a friend request.
Go for it.
Is that our last name?
Who?
Or Kirsten?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Discussion we had earlier.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, back to you survived.
Back to business. I made it through college. It was awesome. I went to JMU for the 60-40 ratio, 60% women, 40% men, and the fact that a lot of girls there tend to be good looking. And then second month in, I got a girlfriend that lives 5 hours away.
Yep.
Oh,
so that
that didn't change anything.
No, it pissed me off a lot. just strategically.
Oh my god. The Biddler.
Yeah.
Okay, but you survived.
Yeah,
and you're back.
I made it. How are you guys?
We're good.
Not great.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Controversial opinion.
I was supposed to visit my sister in Belgium today, but no, I had this.
Well, thanks for making it.
Well, she's a bitch anyway. So
it's actually her wedding.
I think she's actually like non-existent because you don't have a sister.
What happened to the planes?
Oh my god. Okay.
The plane?
What happened to the plane?
What are you talking about?
It's not.
Why,
I really wish I could be there for her.
Why
and my
couldn't?
family.
Yeah. Okay. The planes
scheduled.
Did they go missing? Were they shot down?
I got you.
Okay. Stop, dude. Oh my god.
He's making a reference to the event on NBC.
The plane that went missing in the event.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let's just.
No. We're moving on. We're moving on.
NBC. It'll be on Sunday night.
Okay. One more thing though.
9 p.m.
I'm kidding.
Eastern Standard Time.
That's enough. We
Okay.
get it.
Captain America: Civil War. I'll give you my.
Okay, we're
review.
going back to that now. That was the transition.
Okay.
You go from that to Civil War.
Okay. Well, we could have talked about the war in Iraq, but that wouldn't.
Or you could have went like
A review.
that to Belgium to Martin Freeman. Boom, Martin Freeman, Civil War. By the way, he has like 4 lines.
Wait, who is Martin
just kinda
Freeman?
pops in.
Oh,
Bilbo
yeah.
Baggins. Yeah.
I was like, I know that guy, and I think he's pretty funny.
And he was American in it.
He's in a yeah.
Yeah,
Which really threw me off.
they really. I feel like they could have just. They had some sort of leftover budget. I assume.
I think
and they're
all
like,
of his
well,
scenes got cut out because he had 4 lines, and it's
I
Martin
think he
Freeman.
just wanted to pop in.
You think so?
Yeah.
But it was more than a cameo. He had like a role.
Ooh. I know this is old, but can we also talk about Deadpool?
Yes. Cool. Oh, you saw it.
I did.
I feel like that's your movie.
It would have been if it was longer.
All right. Well, you know what? How about this? Okay. We start with Deadpool.
Because that's older.
Right. We start with Deadpool, as that was in February, and then we'll go to Civil War, which opened 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And then we'll even talk about our thoughts on the upcoming one.
Jungle Book.
Right.
Oh, sorry, that's way too loud.
I'm going to turn yours down a tad.
Why? You.
Was that bad?
Yeah, no, just sit,
there you go.
turn it back up. I'll handle it from now. Now I sound quieter than you guys in my own ear. Oh.
Oh, there you go. No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, that.
So then we'll go to our thoughts on Apocalypse. Oh, wait a minute. There was one in between there. It was Batman vs Superman.
Didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Well, we actually already had a talk show on that one, so we can totally skip it. Anyway,
I'll watch that one.
Let's start with Deadpool.
We should just play that one. Play that talk show right now.
I like Ben Affleck and Good Will Hunting.
Play that talk show right now?
Yeah, just instead of this one, this is a lot of work.
Okay.
Just loop it.
It just. I'm kidding.
Just loop it.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So when did you see Deadpool at JMU?
Yeah, I saw it because we have like a theater that'll play movies that are like out of the movies but not on DVD yet, and it's like $2.
So when did you see it?
A month ago. Pretty drunk, but I liked it.
But you saw it before Civil War?
Yes, I did.
Because I feel like I would. I love Civil War. I feel like I would have loved it even more if the movie I hadn't seen like right before it was Deadpool.
Because Deadpool kind of.
Because Deadpool's amazing.
Anti-super.
What'd you think of it, Biddle?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk what Biddle thought of it, and then we'll get into it.
My issue with the superhero movies nowadays is that I remember the old ones. Now, you'd think I'd talk about Spider-Man here, but I'm not going to.
All right, because that's your boy, Tobey
Maguire, and I was really pissed off that he wasn't this Spider-Man. I thought they'd bring him back, but
He'd
whatever.
be like a 34-year-old Peter Parker.
Well, with all the CGI now,
He could be the dad now.
Hey, they made a young Tony Stark. They can make a young.
That's true.
We're talking about Deadpool.
Oh, right. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah,
Because Raina kept bringing Civil War. Right. And when I talk about Civil War, he goes right into Deadpool.
No. Either way, they're both getting a little bit ridiculous. All the movies with all the superheroes.
Okay.
They're trying to do so much like crowd pleasing and stuff, and there's just like first Iron Man was dope. The only superhero in that movie was Iron Man, and he was like a sick origin story.
You forgot Obadiah Parker.
Yeah, Stain.
Was that his last? Oh, Stain sounds right.
It's right.
That's his last name.
Obadiah Stain.
I know Obadiah's right.
Yeah, Obadiah was right.
I don't know about the last name. I can't.
I'm pretty sure it's Stain. It doesn't matter though.
I'll fact check it while you talk.
I think he's right.
That'll do that. Okay.
Keep going.
But like Deadpool is just like, okay, the origin for Deadpool was cool, and I like that. But my issue with it was that like they just had that like metal guy in there, and I'm like, am I supposed to Colossus? I'm like, am I supposed to know who Colossus is? Like, what's up with Colossus? And like that other girl, I was like, am I supposed to know who she is too?
That's Supertronic Teenage Warhead.
It doesn't matter.
Subatomic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, like did they
It's
just?
Subatomic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, sorry, Subatomic Teenage Warhead.
Yes. She's a lady.
Yeah.
Call her by her name, please.
Sorry.
We're not sexist on the
It's
MovieGoers podcast.
Colossus and Subatomic Female Teenage Warhead. Like I don't know anything about them, and they seem like pretty like central characters to the plot.
I mean, okay. I think. Listen. I'll let you talk about Deadpool, but I think the whole thing with Deadpool was that this was about a character who everyone's been dying to see. And first bit they got from it of him was an X-Men Origins Wolverine, where he was completely butchered. They sewed his mouth shut. Coming off of all this bull crap. It was still Ryan Reynolds though. Ryan Reynolds was so passionate about it that he wanted to make it, and it's been in the process of being made for like 5 years.
I guess it is kind of like an X-Man thing. And I should have like
it is an X-Men
universe,
yeah. So,
but it was his own thing.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
It was unique.
Well, now that was kind of like nitpicky, but like a big deal that I kind of had with it.
Okay.
It was the whole like flashback thing. Like the first like
was that order,
2/3.
right.
No, I mean like I understood it.
Yeah.
And like it was cool because otherwise there wouldn't have been a lot of action right in the beginning.
Right. It opens with him taking out the thugs, listening to shoot.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
But like. By the time you finish that like flashback scene, which really only took like 10 minutes of like real time, or like 10, 15 minutes of like that like badass flashback with the fighting, and then like the Colossus and the Teenage Warhead comes up, like that really wasn't that much time.
Okay. Oh, I get like you mean like present time.
Yeah, like present time, and then like
then
you're like 2/3 of the way through the movie, and then he goes and he saves the girl, and you're like, oh. Nice. like you did it. Like I feel like it was like so short.
I don't know, because they kind of set him up with everything on they flash back to him meeting the girl, which I thought was awesome. And it wasn't like a stupid. I feel like every relationship in superhero movies, besides from Tony Stark, Pepper Potts, and I didn't love the second Spider-Man movies that much, but I thought the only thing that worked was actually Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's relationship. I feel like in every other superhero movie, none of those relationships work.
Yeah, I think they throw that in for like the girlfriends.
I thought this one worked though,
because
it was like their crazies match their
it worked because it was like unique.
I bought it.
You did.
I bought it.
We should
totally
watch
bought
that.
it.
We should watch. Oh, the movie or the.
I bought the movie and I bought that their relationship was legit.
Great.
I bought the concept.
We should watch that after this because I want to see it again. Because keep in mind, I was pretty drunk.
Okay.
But okay, action scenes, cool.
Yeah.
When he shot through himself.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the opening credits. Where it's mocking everyone who made the movie, and it's made by, and it's like
and overpaid,
panning around.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
And then Ryan Reynolds, sexiest man alive, like
yeah.
And then they had the, I think they had the Hugh Jackman one in there.
I loved all the Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds reference.
Yeah. And I liked
meta.
I liked how he had the
Beyond
old Deadpool doll. Like he had that action figure, and I was like, I tried to explain it to my friend because like I understood that one because I'm also familiar with the fact that X-Men Origins Wolverine is not canon.
It is canon,
but it was made like not
right. It didn't honor.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
Well,
but it works now because Days of Future Past. But like,
thank God
they got a second chance, and I'm saying the 5 years, the leaking of the test footage to get people psyched for it, and it getting rated R, I think was completely worth it.
It would have sucked.
Oh yeah, and it was such a gamble though because no other superhero movies that come out these days are rated R. It was Watchmen. That was it. It was the most dour thing. I mean, I like Watchmen a lot, but it was just really like sad, depressing, dour
Edgy
film.
as hell.
Made no money at all. And same with like all the Blade movies. They're rated R. Made no money at all. This was like such a gamble to take it. Like Ryan Reynolds, who has not been that big of a blockbuster guy, like The Proposal, Green Lantern.
Oh, okay. Hold
the dude's
up.
not had that many hits. I mean, I think he's a great actor. I just don't think his movies he's been in are that good.
Legit.
And then he gets this.
I like The Proposal a lot. I don't like chick flicks or anything, but The Proposal is great.
That Betty White fake heart attack at the end.
Okay, the Betty White fake heart attack, the Betty White in the woods with the whole shaman shit.
All right, let's get
Great
back to
movie.
Deadpool here. No.
Sandra Bullock.
Wait, Betty White, Stan Lee.
What?
Talking late life romance.
She's too old.
I know they were both married, but like
Okay, wait, hold on. Did Stan Lee
What?
have a cameo?
they can leave each other.
I didn't know they were married.
Wait,
Stan Lee's married to.
X-Man's isn't.
I thought you were saying
Marvel.
Stan Lee's married.
It
to-
is
It's
Marvel.
not Disney Marvel though.
Yeah. It's a
And-
separate universe.
The rights to the X-Men
Actually,
characters
I have an
are owned
X-Men
by Fox,
comic
and
where they
make
go-
X-Men,
Yeah.
while Disney makes other Marvel.
Is
movies.
that why X-Man's Origins Wolverine always airs on FX?
No.
Because it does, and that's see. I've seen that
nothing to
movie
do with
so
that.
many
It's a
times.
Total different distribution.
Is that a
thing.
different?
That gets into all this other stuff. But
I don't need to hear about it.
all right, what about the? It was hysterical. It's my favorite movie.
Oh,
of the
it was
year.
hilarious.
It was one of the most entertaining movies I've ever seen.
I like that one comedian in there. I know his
T.J.
name.
Miller.
Yeah, he is a
He
funny.
reminds me of you.
From Silicon Valley.
I see. I never knew him from Silicon Valley. I knew him as.
Transformers 4.
I saw him in that too.
Just reminded me of
Pete
that.
Holmes' friend. You know Pete Holmes? He's a comedian. All right. Well,
Wait, you're talking about what movies T.J. Miller was in?
no, I'm just talking about how I know T.J. Miller. He has a story about when he was filming for Yogi Bear, and he was talking about. He's like Yogi Bear, instant classic. like he knew the movie sucked, but he was like he had a brain tumor and he had like a stroke or whatever, and like he started like freaking out.
TJ Miller did.
Yeah, and he was in the woods in Australia. He's like, I was in the woods in Australia talking to a hanging ping pong ball. And so when I started hearing weird voices in my head and mumbling, it really didn't seem that weird to anybody.
What?
So then he went to the hospital, he got operated on, and then like the doctor came in. But the doctor wasn't a real person. It was like a computer on like a cart, like an automatic
What are you
cart.
talking about right now?
Is this a story that TJ Miller told?
Oh, okay. Keep going. Sorry.
And he's like,
Jeez.
so he woke up from going to the hospital because of a stroke, and like
Okay.
a computer screen with a doctor's face on it rolls into the car, and he goes, "Is this the future?" And the doctor's like, "No, no, this is not the future."
You're really contaminated. We can't even talk to you.
Yeah, yeah. No, because he legit thought it was in the future because like he woke up in
Oh,
a
no, I believe
hospital
it.
bed. Yeah.
he's a hysterical guy. I thought he was used perfectly.
Oh, absolutely.
The whole reason that he got his name
was
because
because
like the Deadpool.
Yeah, I never understood that before, and I read a couple comic books.
I haven't read any, but I completely understood it.
The one that I read,
yeah,
I actually read a few, but my best one.
What was it about?
It was Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. He kills.
Was it good?
Kills everyone.
Oh, really?
Wow.
No one lives. Wolverine, Spider-Man, the others.
Why? The others.
The Punisher.
Just for fun, probably.
Sometimes he'll be like, oh, I killed so and so and so and so, and you're like, wow, that's crazy. And then like he'll be like, oh, and then there'll also be like fight scenes between him and like other people. And the one with him and the Punisher was crazy. He tortured the Punisher.
Punisher is a pretty awesome character.
Now is that a show now?
No, that was in Daredevil season 2, which I don't think you guys have seen it, so we'll talk about that another time. But it's fantastic. Anything else on Deadpool here? I think my favorite part of the movie is the ending. Right when he has the villain cornered, and Colossus is like, "Wait 2 moments. You can be a hero. You just take a step back," and he shoots him in the head.
Yeah, he's like, everybody has 4 or 5 moments.
Yeah.
And the music's swelling.
Moments. Oh yeah.
And then it ends with one of the greatest tunes.
Careless Whisper by Wham.
It's actually not Wham. It's George Michael.
Who's the lead singer?
Lead singer. Wham.
Yeah, but it was released as a single.
It was actually. He is correct.
He's
but
right,
on the cover,
My
it does
dad's
say Wham.
favorite singer is.
It's kind of
George
odd though,
Michael.
right? Yeah, but like, isn't that weird though?
Yeah, no, because like it was part of the Wham album, but like George Michael kind of did it because George Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what? Oh,
George Michael Bluth, by the way, connections.
I got you. Michael Bluth.
George Michael Bluth from Arrested Development.
Oh, really?
George Michael, yeah.
Oh, so that's like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely.
the entire George Michael.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And it's Michael Cera.
George Michael Cera.
George Michael Cera. There was a kid in my. He's been on this thing a few times. He looks just like Michael Cera. God.
At 2 a.m. this year, impulse decision, I ordered on Amazon Michael Cera's album.
Oh,
I've had an impulse buy or two.
It wasn't a bad album. There was one song in it that was actually good.
what
Play Pigeons.
what you guys want to do though
What?
is get
What do we want to do?
pretty drunk, like to the point where you're not gonna really remember the schematics of what you've been doing, and just like don't buy anything, but just put stuff in your Amazon shopping cart, and the next day you'll
That's
be
a
like,
horrible idea.
No, you don't buy it. You just check it the next day, and you're like, man, deep down, I do want that.
You wanted all this, yeah.
I wanted all this.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then you delete some stuff, get a couple things.
Right.
That's the worst.
I got a go-kart.
No.
I bought it. $2,000.
You're talking.
No, you did
No,
not.
you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Amazon
No.
Prime
No.
came the next day.
No.
No. Amazon Prime comes in 2 days. So
Yeah. 2
Well,
days.
I expedited the go-kart. It's very fast.
No, I impulse
some
bought.
say too fast.
Too fast.
Kind of like Sonic.
Oh, yeah, you like the hedgehog?
And me, whenever I hang out with Carrie.
Oh my god. I impulse bought. You can have whatever you like. That song. It's like you can have whatever you like.
You still buy music?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get a streaming service?
Well, I have those, but I want to pay the monthly fee. Like I have.
Like Spotify
I
free
have
trial.
Spotify free trial.
Oh, okay. See, the thing is, I used to
None
buy.
of them have everything.
No, but they have most things.
Spotify has almost everything.
I use Google Play.
I like Google Play.
Yeah.
I'm getting a hang of that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to do that.
I mean, because like, I used to buy like probably like I wouldn't buy all the albums that I wanted to buy and listen to a lot because it's like $10 an album.
Right.
And so I was like, look, if I'm gonna spend like $30 a month on music, why shouldn't I spend $10 a month and get all the music?
Yeah, I actually completely agree with you. I should do that. I was trying to figure that out today, but like each one.
I spent $300 on a Google Play music subscription.
On a what?
Google Play Music subscription.
Why?
Because I amped it up to the $16 a month one, so my family could use it, and my dad's never paid me for the fact that he's been using my music. So like I've been dropping bank. It's 100.
But you're gonna make up for that at the meat store, right?
Yeah, at the meat house. It's 100. It's nearly $300.
You're a butcher at a meat house.
Yeah, I'm a butcher. when I told that to Carrie, she was like, "Oh, is that it?" She's like, "You're not gonna apply anywhere else?" I was like, "No, I'm a butcher. I'm getting fist deep in meat.
You of all people should know." Anyway, we're gonna go to we're gonna go to the. Are we done with Deadpool there? I personally, just like an ending note there, it's one of my favorite comic book movies and movies of all time. Like, I was so entertained. The theater I was in was roaring with laughter every time we saw it, like when we were watching it. Amazing. Plus, I got paid the most I worked that weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
So, but you had issues with it. You had any problems?
Also, if you read a comic book, you'd learn that Deadpool can't die.
He can't. What if he got like a sword to the head?
Oh.
Because he got a knife.
He got a knife in the head.
It heals.
I read a comic book.
Okay.
It was like multiple stories of Deadpool trying to kill himself.
Really?
He freaked out on the Hulk, and he got the Hulk so big that he started like irradiating, and like the U.S. Army came to try and shut it down, and then the Hulk was like, "I don't want to kill you, dude."
Right.
But then eventually he was like, "You cause so much destruction, I hate you," and he smashed him into almost nothing.
So he can't die.
And then he like 2 weeks later.
So like, Deadpool 2.
So Deadpool 2. Deadpool. Well,
what if he got like solidified in a brick of adamantium?
Oh, well, he'd still be alive. He would just be trapped.
That would suck.
That would suck.
Well, like what?
So like I wasn't worried at the end of the movie. I was like, oh, like that dude's not gonna kill Deadpool. Like Deadpool can't die. He's like, I'm gonna chop you up into such like.
Yeah.
If he's staying canon, Deadpool can't die.
Right. I don't think that guy was actually trying to kill him. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That is.
So the only thing I was worried about was his woman.
And his woman was.
Well, I don't understand how. Yes. One. Yes.
Yes.
And two, he put her in that oxygen container, and she fell off a building.
She fell off the carrier from
Yeah.
Avengers.
Wait, that's what that was?
Yeah, it was a a little Easter egg. I don't think that like it was outright that, but it was the carrier from Avengers.
Oh, that's pretty
If
badass.
you watch it again, yeah. Pretty cool stuff there.
But like that wouldn't save her. You know, do you know how many people like a falling elevator? The fact that you're in an elevator doesn't help.
An elevator's a lot bigger than that.
Well, yeah, I know, but even so, like she wasn't like sealed in that. Like if she hit sideways, her face would just splatter.
Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, but this is also a movie about a comic book hero who can't die and has 2 samurai swords that makes chimichangas. So how about you just stop being so goddamn picky?
Isn't it?
No,
It's
kidding.
burrito. He makes burritos.
He makes chimichangas.
Deadpool doesn't even like chimichangas that much.
But when he gets out of the car, he's like, time to make the fucking chimichangas.
Yeah.
Chimichangas.
Yeah, I know. It's just a misconception.
Okay. Well, so you didn't love it as much as we probably did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I thought it was a good superhero movie. Not as good as the first Iron Man. I'm really starting to like that movie because moving into Captain America: Civil War, there's just so many goddamn superheroes.
Okay, we'll move into that now.
And then Ant-Man is like, oh, look at me, I can get big now, and like that was pretty cool. I'll be honest, that was pretty cool. But like
It was all okay. Well, I think we
makes
gotta
sense.
start certain parts here. So, Christopher,
Yeah.
you saw Captain America.
Yeah,
Have you seen
yeah.
all the Marvel movies?
Just about. What haven't I seen?
I mean, I guess you didn't have to see Thor or Incredible Hulk because they weren't in this.
I've seen.
Where were they?
Well, at the end of Avengers 2, Hulk is on like a plane to somewhere. He just gets separated because he caused all the destruction and whatever.
What about Thor?
And Thor is back on Asgard.
Okay, I don't give a shit about Thor.
I never
Okay.
really cared.
I'm just gonna say
the Thor movies weren't really that great.
So he's not in this.
I think anytime he's in the Avengers, just for my opinion, I don't.
Well, he's the reason we have the best villain in the universe.
Yes, Loki, cool.
So I think he worked in the first one.
Yeah, I just hate
quite a
Thor.
bit.
Overused, but good. Yeah,
but
he's like the Joker.
That's America's hero. You're talking.
I did have
Loki.
I enjoyed Avengers, like the first Avengers.
it's good.
I didn't think it was great.
No,
The second one,
Minority.
it was. I know. I realized.
No.
Avengers 2,
fine.
I had a little more fun at parts, but at the same time, it was a lot sloppier. And this, there were just parts that
There were random scenes, but like
it was clunky.
what I admired the hell out of Avengers 2 for was that a character died.
Who?
Quicksilver. the twin. Remember, like the guy running fast, like he died. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we didn't do any spoil. Okay, we have spoiler warning for any comic book movie probably ever.
Yeah, that was cool. I like Quicksilver though.
But he died. I'm just saying, like I respect that because, I mean, even you watch like Winter Soldier, Nick Fury gets spoiler alert, he gets sniped, killed, and then like comes back at the end of the movie. Same thing with with Pepper Potts, Iron Man 3. She falls into the flames and then she has powers. Same thing with like Natalie Portman in Thor 2. Like you think like the ether
What's
kills
his name
her.
in Avengers?
What's his name? Well, Coulson. He came back in the show, but for the purpose of that movie when it happened, like for all intents and purposes, he died.
Movie wise, he's
dead. But I know it sucks that he brought him back for the show.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they killed Quicksilver in that one. And I actually really liked Ultron as a villain. I just thought it was too similar to the first one. But I don't know how else you make an Avengers movie.
I thought it was just jokes. Well,
it was too funny. There was too much humor.
How you make an Avengers movie is Civil War. I know Civil War wasn't an Avengers movie, but I kind of felt it was.
That was it totally was, and it was totally pretty cool at certain points.
See, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say what Marvel's done, which is the best thing ever, and it's showing with all the money they're making, is they made so many movies that it's the best TV show on in theaters. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's the best TV show ever. It's just kind of like we get 2 episodes and we have to wait like 4 months in between each episode. And what they've been able to do, and what I think like the end goal was, they're like, we're gonna have all these solo movies and then the Avengers, and then we're gonna have certain characters pop up in solo movies. Because I actually thought what was amazing about this movie was the writing. And the best part of this writing was that they were able to make these 2 characters, it was Iron Man and Captain America. The whole story, I thought, actually just focused on them, while all these other guys were other players in it. But I didn't feel like this, Hawkeye was the centerpiece of this movie like he was in Avengers 2. I didn't feel like any of the other characters were, but they were in it. But the whole theme of the movie was with Captain America and Iron Man. And the whole thing that Captain America's like, in the first Captain America, he's all about like following orders and I'm Mr. America and I'm the good guy. And first Iron Man, he's all anti-government. It's all him. He's at the end of the movie, he's like, I am Iron Man. Yeah. Just like puts it in everyone's face. And then after Avengers 2, after Tony Stark's F's up a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Steve Rogers in in Winter Soldier sees the government's shield is like actually a Hydra. They're not good. They totally flip roles. Yeah. And then you see that like, oh, they need to be put in check because of all this damage, which, by the way, watching like Batman vs. Superman or Man of Steel, even these Fox movies with the X-Men, you see all these buildings go down and there's like never any repercussions from that because they saved the world. Like this was really refreshing to see them talk about that. Like,
yeah, I liked how it turned into like a UN courtroom drama.
Right.
They're like, what are we gonna do with the UN? I'm like, it's fucking like Avengers are talking
in the
about the UN.
The opening scene, they have the guy who was about to like blow himself up, and then she throws him up into the building, and it takes out like a whole floor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, like I felt people. For that. I felt for that. I also thought that enemy was really cool, whoever that guy was.
Oh, what was his name?
Who?
The guy in the beginning.
He was like, you dropped a building on me. Like, you thought you killed me.
He was like an agent in Winter Soldier, and he had his face all messed up. And then he fought him in the beginning. It was Crossbones. That was his name.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think that was his like villain name, Crossbones.
Like, he had like the fists that would go out and like punch extra. Awesome. And like, he had like swords that came out of them, but he should have used a lot earlier. Similar to Pacific Rim.
Oh my god, it was.
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
We'll go into that later.
I like Pacific Rim's so good.
Okay, we'll come back to Pacific Rim, but it was just so great. It's the story. Like this story of, oh, you have Captain America on this side, and he's all about like freedom, and then Iron Man's like, we gotta be put in check. We should have the government looking out for us, tell us when to go, because they have that brilliant scene after we see a amazing CGI young Tony Stark, who totally
that threw me off.
That's what I'm saying that they should do with Tobey Maguire, put him back to Peter Parker.
But that was like a chaplain of Robert Downey Jr. Like that was 90s Robert Downey Jr. And then he pops out, sees all this, and he's at the elevator. He runs into that mom, which at first I was like, is this a supervillain?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, oh, like when's she gonna get him?
But she's like, no, my son died, like building low income housing in what was the country?
Chechnya.
Genova? What was it? Was it Genova? The place where the city.
I don't think it was
in
Avengers 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a real country, but it fell down, and he was like, because like that was a
Nobody
brilliant
knows.
scene to like make it all personal and get him to think about his life, like because that's totally I think like something that would actually affect Tony Stark.
Yeah,
and then they have that scene of in the room with all the other Avengers, and it's the General from Incredible Hulk, and he's like, "You gotta be put in check," and Iron Man's just in the background, doesn't even say a word. His like acting just showed his stance.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that was pretty cool, I guess, because normally you're like Avengers 1, all those aliens were coming like pretty much anyway. Like they knocked out buildings, but like sorry. Like Avengers
Right, because
Avengers,
there was a moment where I was like, well, they saved the world.
Yeah,
how can you be that mad at them in the first
and then,
one?
But like I was thinking about it. I was like the same thing for Avengers too. I was like, man, Ultron was gonna like pick up that city and destroy the planet anyway. And I was like, actually, no, that's Iron Man's fault.
Iron Man made
Iron
Ultron.
Man made Ultron.
Yeah. That one has more.
He dropped. See,
Right.
that's
Harder
the
to
reason that
justify.
Iron Man was like had to be the main character against it, because
And
he
then
was
at the start of Civil War, they were out like
going rogue.
they were like going rogue. They were doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really.
Oh,
have
right.
to-
Yeah.
They were going beyond their.
With Falcon, who I think they try and make seem cooler than he is, but I'm just not a fan.
I liked his little backpack bird thing.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah,
Red wing.
they haven't developed them enough.
Yeah, no, yeah. See, the thing is that
I thought they did in Winter Soldier.
that's my main issue is that like, yeah, I guess I saw Winter Soldier like a while ago. I don't really. I think I literally saw it on an airplane.
See, Winter Soldier is I think one of the best Marvel movies.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
I think it's
Really?
better. I think it's better than the first Iron Man.
I saw it hung over on an airplane coming back from Spain.
You saw all these intoxicated, didn't you?
Just mostly.
You're just like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I'm depressed. Let's just watch a Marvel movie.
I'm not
I have
depressed.
to run to the bathroom.
I'm on
All right, well, let's see you, Chris.
I'm Christian
back.
Waterkotte.
Well, then
Be
we'll
back
talk
in a
about
couple
it.
hours.
Okay, see you in a couple hours.
Yeah.
We'll talk about his urine problem when he's gone.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
He's like a dog.
I know.
He's probably just gonna piss on
though.
your floor.
He's like a sick dog. He's just leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
No,
Ew.
okay. Well, like this is what I liked about it. He had two sides that I actually totally like saw both of their points of view.
Oh yeah.
That's what was so brilliant about it. Was like you had Iron Man's side of the story where he's like, we need to be put in check. We're too powerful. We can be summoned to a fight, but like it's a problem when we just go to one and we like mess up. And then Captain America's like, but what if they tell us to go to a fight that we're not 100% for? And what if, I think we need to have our freedom. It was kind of like, I both sides made perfect sense.
Yeah. And
Which
I think
was brilliant.
I think a little bit of an issue with that though is that like they were both just so like equally good, I guess, that I never rooted for anybody. I was like, oh, Captain America will win, and then like the Avengers can kind of do their thing, just probably without Iron Man, or they'll all go sign the UN thing, and then that'll be good too.
Well, see, that's what I thought was so interesting. So that's when Black Panther's introduced.
Very interestingly,
I thought it was perfect. I thought we got everything we needed to know about his character in a minute, which is unbelievable.
What are his powers?
Well, no, so like in that conversation with his dad, who like typical Disney fashion, he's just like, son, it's great that you are here, and I am going to die in a few minutes.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be good."
absolutely.
But
absolutely,
he passed that. Apparently, I from what I got from the dialogue was that the title Black Panther, that's like a role or superhero or some kind of legend that's been passed down through generations. So I bet his father was once Black Panther and then like passed the mantle to him. And he was it looked like he was super fast and just had all these skills. Like he was like he's from Uganda. Wakanda. He's from Wakanda. He had all these powers and he had like the sharp talons. His suit was made out of adamantium, or vibranium, which is what Captain America's shield's made out of. So like that was really cool. I just thought everything about his character was unique because he was the guy in the middle of the two sides. Like at first he was totally on Captain America, or he was totally on Iron Man's side, where he's like, let's sign these accords, let's get this done. He's avenging his dad, and he's trying to fight the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So like he was perfect. I thought Black Panther was the second best part of this movie.
Yeah, Black Panther was, cool superhero. I wish I knew something about him though.
We're getting the movie.
There's a movie by Ryan Coogler who directed Creed. which I'm losing my mind over.
Another movie with the
Station?
black male lead role. Is that why they got him? Because like, oh man,
Are there many?
Or maybe because he's a great
Not
director.
really.
Like,
No, he did Fruitvale Station, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
is there Fruit Vent Station?
Fruitvale.
That sounds
Don't joke about it.
sounds
Don't
like
joke about it.
sounds like
Don't
an
joke about it.
app
Don't joke about it.
that you get for free.
You're gonna watch that movie and feel terrible.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I will feel terrible not being able to download that app.
Anyway, I thought Chris, what do you think of Black Panther?
I mean, keep in mind they didn't develop. It's
thought
not.
they did in
It's
a
not
minute.
a prop. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm not talking about him yet. I'm talking about.
Okay.
They introduced Peter Parker and they introduced some characters and they didn't develop that many, which I think was it worked in their favor because Avengers 2, they kind of tried to develop people and it got a little messy to me at least. But in this, they were more focused on Iron Man and Captain America. With Black Panther, I think he probably got the most besides those two.
Besides Spider-Man and stuff.
Well, I think he got more.
Spider-Man was good because like it's like like with the Spider-Man thing, like everybody knows Spider-Man. Like no one had to. It's like did anybody really know that much about Black Panther?
You know what?
Coming into
No,
this?
and it was well written into it where
Exactly.
you didn't even know he was a superhero when you met him.
Black Panther.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Actually, I did a little bit.
Well, and I actually thought that was the genius of it. You kind of knew like there's some immediately. Like he had this presence.
There's
When
something
he came on
special
screen that you're
about
like,
him.
there's some cool.
he's
about
also
this
a really good actor.
guy. Right, and I thought he nailed everything about the character and his accent. I thought it was perfect, and he was like there to be the example of like he wanted revenge for his father, who also apparently was Black Panther and passed the mantle to him, and he wanted to get revenge on that and sign the accords. But he was like the guy in the middle between Iron Man and Captain America in this whole thing.
All of these movies are like basing like themselves off of like their previous movies, which like makes sense. Obviously, you like build off of it, but like the whole thing is like such a franchise.
Yeah,
Like it's like you're right. It's like a TV show, but
MCU.
it's like a TV show that you have to pay like $15 to watch an episode of.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think it also benefits like if you're a big fan of it and you see everything.
Yeah,
this movie will reward you more. Or if you're just like, oh, it's my first time seeing a movie, you'll like it.
But like I was watching it with Carrie, and she doesn't really watch that many like movies. Like I don't even think she saw Iron Man or like any of those. So like, and she was pretty chill with it. Like she didn't really care. But like a character would come up on screen, and I'm like, oh, that's so and so from this movie. This is that person's backstory. And she's just like, what? And like every time, like every 2 minutes, a character would pop up on screen. I'm like, ooh, you need to know who this.
That she's probably in the minority. Because these movies make billions of dollars.
They make billions of dollars, but you got to take your girlfriend to go see them.
Yeah, no. If you go with your mom and dad, they've seen Iron Man,
Avengers.
They may have seen one or two, but
I don't think that matters at this point. Like, they're 13 movies deep, and they're making billions of dollars. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen the other ones.
Deep.
They're making money. Like, why would you go if you haven't seen the other ones? Why are you going to see this one?
I do think this movie's much better. I think it'll be an entertaining movie for people who haven't seen.
Right. Yeah, because there's cool shit, and you really don't need to know what's going on. You need to know Iron Man is Iron Man, and
the conflict between Iron Man and Captain America is so much better when you've watched.
Yeah.
I agree.
You just need to watch like the
about
previous. Like you need to see like Avengers 2,
Winter Soldier,
and you definitely need to see Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I like didn't really remember Winter Soldier, and I was like talking to Carrie. And I was
Gotta
like,
see Winter Soldier.
And I was like, oh yeah, that was like Bucky, but like he died. I was like, oh
This
shit,
is
Bucky
the
didn't
directors of
die.
Winter Soldier.
Bucky saved his life at the end of the movie. Like, this is
Right.
Like,
Well, I think I don't know.
They did a decent job explaining
irrelevant.
it though.
Yeah.
They did a decent job explaining it because like I was able to like pick it up, and I think Carrie got it, but like
It's kind of irrelevant that like if you haven't seen the other ones though, why are you seeing this one? I don't know why you bother seeing this. So I don't think that really matters.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sequel.
I do see all of them. I just don't really.
You're not going to see Godfather 2 after you haven't seen one. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a direct, and I think this is a Captain America movie. I know like Iron Man, it's a core argument between him and Iron Man, but it's a Captain America movie. Like there's a beautiful callback that I've been serving the movie for like 2 weeks now, so I've seen it basically a lot of times.
Yeah.
There's an amazing callback that I never realized the first time I saw it, where at the end where he's fighting Iron Man, and we'll get into that for a second.
I love that fight scene.
But he's fighting Iron Man, and he's getting his ass kicked, and then he like gets back up. He's just like, final warning, and he's like, I could do this all day, which is what he says when he's getting beaten up in the alley, the first Captain America movie, and Bucky comes to save him. And in this movie, he's trying to save Bucky. I fucking cried. I shed a tear, man. It's real. It's great. This movie is fantastic.
That's yeah.
It's amazing. It's like a beautiful. If you've seen the other Captain America movie, do you know how much that means to you? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going for 1 second.
Yeah, keep going.
Because I gotta talk about Spider-Man, who's personally my favorite part of the entire movie.
Yeah.
And I know you love Tobey Maguire.
This guy's.
I know you love Tobey Maguire. This is the best. This is the best interpretation of Spider-Man we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
And probably will ever get. And he was on screen for like 14 minutes.
It was
the scene where Iron Man comes to his house with Marissa Tomei as the Aunt May. It was hot, and they had a joke there because they used to date when they were younger, and they were in a bunch of movies together, which was hysterical. Yeah, it was fantastic.
See, there's so much stuff. See, there's so much stuff
There's
you
all these
need
Easter
to
eggs.
know to get these.
You don't need to know that.
I needed to know that. It didn't make sense.
It makes you feel smarter.
It makes you feel dumb when you don't know it.
It's Easter egg. It's Easter egg. And he's like, oh yeah, you got the emails, right? And it's that beautiful. Okay, so like.
Yeah, no, that was a cool scene. And he was like, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
I could have done a better job. They should have hired me as Spider-Man.
Robert Downey Jr. is by far the best actor in the whole series.
Yeah.
I actually think he's like top 5 actors working today.
Really good.
I cannot emphasize enough how
his presence.
Oh, he was that great. He was great
for Tony Stark
in that movie with Zach Galifianakis. Or they go on the
Due
road
Date.
trip.
Yeah.
Due Date.
Well, like I'm just saying, he is top 5 actors working. The fact that they got him for Iron Man, the first one, is probably why this whole universe is even in existence.
Absolutely, because the first Iron Man movie was so good.
I'm just saying, like, and all the other actors they have are great.
Wait, well,
but like Chris Evans, I love Chris Evans, and he's great in this movie. He's perfect casting for Captain America. But like his acting doesn't hold a candle to Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Yeah. No,
I will say this though, his scene with Spider-Man. Tom Bergeron. Tom Cullen, I think.
Tom Bergeron, the host of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Wait,
it's Tom Holland.
Tom Cullen's a character in The Stand.
Well, it's Tom Holland, the actor.
Yeah, I think it's Tom Holland.
He went toe to toe with Robert Downey Jr. in that scene, and I thought like
that kid was
he
good.
Stuck with them.
Yeah.
Like they were going off each other.
Was good.
And it was really good.
It reminded me of like Tyrion and Varys talking.
It was like that.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Like their back and forth was fantastic.
They had so much great banter. It's kind of like this thing right now.
Yeah,
this podcast, guys.
We're gonna make as much money as that movie did.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
In ads for Lyft.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah.
Is that your fan? Oh, never
random.
mind.
It's random.
I get royalties. I don't know if you do.
No.
You just get mustache shirts with guns.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact. Got this shirt.
No one can see it.
The day I lost my virginity. So.
Oh, awesome. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Anyway. The more you know. So so this Spider-Man, what was so beautiful about their interpretation of Spider-Man that I love the Tobey Maguire movies. I don't like the third one, but I like the first two. I think the second Spider-Man is one of the best superhero movies and movies of all time.
It's great. The third one's the most entertaining, though.
Get out of here.
Hey, if you're gonna get drunk and watch a Marvel movie, it's gonna be Spider-Man 3. Dude,
Venom.
He was stealing for a good purpose, and that's all you need.
You've got Tobey Maguire and Topher Grace in one movie.
They did it.
That's all
the
you
dream
need.
team. They made Topher Grace a hateable enemy.
Eddie
Brock.
Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock.
Hey.
Parker.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Okay, best scene from Spider-Man 3.
When they're laying on the hammock and a comet lands right next to them and none of them wake up. Is that it?
No, that's a
When
good part.
Toby's walking down the street.
Oh, no. Okay, that's actually
Saturday Night
that's
Fever, basically.
No, it's dancing. Bum bum.
He's just playing on the piano and you just see his hands like
Suck on this.
Oh yeah.
Dum. Okay, no.
Everyone in the bar's like
No, or no. When Brock goes into the church to pray, this is my favorite part.
oh yeah.
And then
The
he hears like the
clocks?
bell tolling.
Yeah.
And he looks way up that massive tower and sees a dude ripping off black plastic. I guess he'd assume it was Parker. Like, why does he know? Why does he have to know? And why are they like, he doesn't have to know, so they must be establishing it for the people in the audience that don't recognize that this is the same locale.
And Aunt May's just older.
Yeah. Okay, Aunt May.
The third one's a mess. Come on. But okay, can I just get back to this my Spider? Okay, finish your 3. I know you want to talk about it. I just saw the look of doubt in your face. Finish it.
I was just gonna say that I didn't like how they made Aunt May hot, and he disrespected Aunt May, and no one disrespects Aunt May.
God, shut the hell up.
I thought that a little bit. I was like,
all.
look, Uncle Ben died so she could get hit on by Tony Stark. No way.
Look, what was great was they didn't have to show us the goddamn origin story again.
Thank
I've
you.
seen Uncle Ben get shot too many times, guys. I don't need to see it again.
They brought those feels back in Spider-Man 3. Okay.
Oh my God.
When it turns
3
out
times. 2 of them were in the same franchise.
When it turned out that the Sandman killed him, but it was on accident.
Stop that guy. All right. Anyway.
Oh my God.
They didn't show us
that's
that
my
again.
problem.
But unlike Batman vs Superman, which the opening title sequence is of Batman's parents getting shot, which by the way, his mom gets a bullet to the face.
Oh!
Like it gets around her pearl necklace, and you just see the trigger go off. But we didn't need to see that. We've seen his parents die like 4 times on screen. I didn't need to see it again. He didn't need to show us. So in this, they just had Tony Stark show up to his place, because of course he would have heard of him with this technology today. He gets him. It was just a smart screenwriting. It was smart storytelling.
But the thing is, if Spider-Man is like, yeah, we get it. That's Spider-Man. He's cool, doing web stuff. Not really knowing what he's doing. Young
He
guy.
was a cool kid.
Black Panther. Who's that guy? You get like 2 minutes to figure out who he is, and then suddenly he's sprinting down like a tunnel with incredible speed that I didn't even know Captain America possessed.
You know what? Okay. Before my last word on Spider-Man, then I'll shut up for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When the kid says this, Tony Stark, he's like, why are you doing this? Why are you in a costume? Why are you web slinging and all this bullcrap? He's just like, because when people like me have powers and they don't do anything, and then bad people come and you don't do anything, it's your fault. And I was just like, fucking tear my heart out. You just made me cry.
With great power does come great
They didn't say that.
I'm glad they did it.
But it was,
That
line was amazing. Like, I could not believe it. I loved it. And I just thought he's the best Spider-Man. Chris, take it away.
Well, another great piece of writing, I think, was not a particular line, but the twist.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, the twist. And it was natural, but it was also like jaw-dropping.
Oh, it was crazy.
With
again another thing.
With the killing and then the parents and
with Tony Stark's parents.
Yeah, that was cool.
Another
that
thing
really
that
brought
they've
it together.
Shown in like Iron Man 2, they've mentioned in 3, Captain America.
They brought it back up in this movie just because like I forgot.
Right.
Like right in the beginning, it's like that's how I wish it would.
It.
I never saw my parents again, and then they also showed that clip. But like through the Iron Man section and then through like the Captain America like portion of the movie.
See, again, Robert Downey Jr. This is why you. That was the scene. I think. I mean, of course he was going to do the movie. That was the scene that gets him in this movie.
Yeah.
Was he just staring at the computer and he's just like, "Did you know?" And he's like, "I didn't know it was him." He's like, "Don't shit me, Rogers. Did you know?" And he's like, "Yes." And then they just fight, and it was amazing as an audience member because you love both of them, and you're like, they gotta fight, man. Did you have any problems with that fight? Because I've heard people that had problems with the fight. I totally bought it. I totally understood why they were fighting. But some people were like, "Oh, but he should know that Bucky was not in the right state of mind." And
yeah, but his parents.
He says it in the fight. He's like, "He killed my mom." I'm like, "Yeah, I should kill him." Sorry, no, you got it.
I was like,
every right.
Yeah, you get a free pass. They killed not one but 2 of your moms.
Choked her out.
Yeah.
Choked her out.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene.
Oh my god. Okay. Just joked about Iron Man's mom being killed.
Yeah, I joked about a
Strangled
fake
to
person's fake mom being fake killed. Sorry. Too edgy for everybody.
Goddamn mustache on your shirt. Okay. But I love that fight.
Oh, no, that fight was badass. And then like, they tossing around the shield.
Oh, with the Winter Soldier?
Oh, yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
And then he cuts off his arm.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, he holds him against the wall and he has his hand on his like chest plate.
I thought he was going to kill Bucky.
I thought Bucky was gonna kill him. I thought they were all gonna kill each other. I was this is nuts.
I feel like they should have really killed off Bucky because I never really cared about Bucky.
Really?
Yeah.
I see the first Captain America.
No, I saw the first Captain America. He was in it for like 20 minutes, and he was like, oh, I'm a pal.
You got to see Winter Soldier.
I'm your buddy. And then in Winter Soldier, they're like, oh, remember that dude that you thought died like a half hour into the movie? Like, and you realize that probably wasn't that important to the plot anyway. Like,
he's the Winter Soldier, and that's the name of the movie. So
yeah, but like,
goddamn important to the movie, Biddle.
He's important to Winter Soldier, but like they're establishing
the whole movie. It's the whole movie.
It was fine.
It's the whole movie.
I saw on a
Winter Soldier.
I saw
ending fight scene.
Oh my god! And he's beating the shit out of Captain America. He's like, his face is not even like together. He looks like a housewife who just got beaten by her alcoholic husband. She's just getting beaten in the face.
Now, see, now you guys thought what I said was pretty
fiction.
Edgy.
I had to top you. All right.
You
Chris, it's your turn.
You
now.
topped me
There's
off.
a line. No.
No, it looked like a baboon just like whacked him, and he was just
See,
black.
he
and
can
blue.
say that.
Yeah. What? Do
Oh God.
you mean?
He
You mean black?
He's just like, finish it. He's like, what? He's like, because I'm always gonna be on your side of the plate. 1940s line. I don't know what he said. He was like, I'm always gonna be on your team, and he just gets his head beaten in, falls out of the plane. Oh yeah, no. The Winter Soldiers and the directors, the Russo brothers, did that one as well, and I think they know how to do a goddamn superhero movie.
They should do everyone.
They should do everyone, and they're doing the next 2 Avenger movies.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Joss Whedon. Remember Amy Gottsagen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved Joss Whedon.
Oh really?
Yeah. Just side
I
note.
like Cabin in the Woods a lot.
Hey, that
even direct
that movie got twists.
He wrote it.
He wrote it. Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit of twists.
Okay.
The turns out there was a villain to that movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. Should we go to negatives?
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Daniel Bruhl,
the villain,
the guy from Glorious Bastards, who was in it.
Who's in?
He was in Civil War.
Oh shit, that's what I was like.
Civil War. Yeah.
I was like, okay, I know I recognize
guy-
this dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like the sniper and
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay. I've heard someone like pitch me like they could have done the movie without his character entirely, and I think that's true.
Yeah.
But and some of his stuff logically and like logistically didn't make a whole lot of sense because like if you think about it, like how did he know that Iron Man going to the prison was gonna like trick the general and then like go by himself to meet Captain America and it will only be him and then he'd watch the video and like it was all this stuff was like how did he know all that?
Like and then they like he would have had to have been like a super genius essentially,
right.
And they just didn't even establish him as that character. And what happened to him at the end of the movie?
Well,
he tried to kill himself, but
I
then
bought his intentions.
The
building fell on his family.
No, I get that. It's like, get revenge on the Avengers, and then like the only like you can't beat them. Like nothing can beat
That
them.
was cool. Yeah,
And
tear them apart.
You have to tear them apart from the inside. But he just went about it in such a complicated way that it seemed like it wasn't orchestrated by anyone or anything, and it was just naturally
The logic
occurring
of it,
until it almost could have been like right at the end where he's just like
and he tried to kill himself, and that's when Black Panther was like, I've been doing vengeance the whole movie, but
that was cool. That was a cool part.
You shouldn't do this, and then he saves him. But what was great at the end when Martin Freeman, one of his 3 lines, he's just like, "Whoa, how's it feel?"
Oh, right, he got in the Supermax afterwards.
Right, he was putting the thing that was similar to Deadpool.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How's it feel? You went through all that bull crap, and none of it worked out." And he's just like, "And you didn't change a thing," or he's like, "And everything's back to the way it was." And he's just like, "Is it?" Or he's like, "It didn't work." He's like, "Didn't it?" Or something like that. He said like one word. He's like, "Didn't it?" Meaning, Captain America and Iron Man, their relationship's completely been soured.
Yeah.
I kind of wish at the end of the movie when Stan Lee makes his cameo with like the mailman that we didn't have that monologue from Captain America being like, "If you ever need me, just call me," because like
it made it feel a little too.
Yeah, it kind of like wrapped the whole thing up.
It would have been more edgy, but like in a good way. It would have been.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of movies just like end too short. I feel like it.
Do you think it was too short?
No. I did not think it was too short. I just think it ended too quickly. Like there wasn't like they tensed you up for one battle. You're like, oh shit, they're gonna fight all these super assassins.
And they did. And right.
That's bad. I was like,
glad they didn't do that though.
That would have been weird.
It would have been stupid. I was like, oh, that's stupid.
No, but
other Winter Soldiers.
I was
that shocked me though.
I was like, felt like Iron Man 2
when he fights the other Iron Man.
Oh yeah, that movie was lame.
Work.
I didn't like Iron Man 2 at all.
But I like that surprised me. Like I thought that was again good writing. Like I was surprised at the whole movie.
Yeah, but like they amped me up for this one fight, and I was like, ooh, it's gonna be there, and Iron Man's helping him, and they're like, no, it's this different one. Because I was like, oh, they already came around. It's already the same thing. It just threw me off.
I think you're coming off of the maybe like this is in discussion for one of the best action sequences in history was the airport scene.
Oh, that was sick.
Some people didn't like it. I mean, I loved it.
Who didn't like it? Who do you know? Just people online.
No, it was people I talked to. I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was.
The airport scene was amazing.
Yeah,
it might have been Connor McShane or Evan. One of them loved it. One of them hated it.
Well,
so I don't want to.
Whoever hated it
was probably the Phantom of the Opera.
No, they can hate it.
Well, whoever hated it was probably one of the leads in Phantom of the Opera.
That's probably right,
the Phantom of the Opera.
The only thing that I thought kind of took me out, I thought it was nearly perfect, and I was really in it.
Except they couldn't destroy one plane.
Yeah, they didn't destroy the plane.
That was it. I was like, whatever. Vision was like knocked the building down in front of it.
Takes out War Machine.
That was dark.
He paralyzes him.
He takes out who?
Or he paralyzed War Machine.
Oh,
Don Cheadle.
Oh, that was cool.
I thought this movie was just, it surprised me.
It was very un-Disney.
Yeah, right.
But
who didn't? What didn't they like about it?
Well, what I didn't like, I didn't even talk to them about this part, but Black Widow changing. I know it could have been done, but it kind of felt abrupt. Like nothing really.
What happened with Black
Widow?
Widow?
To make her switch sides.
I feel like, but she was like hesitant, kind of like the whole movie. Even at like the funeral. Like,
yeah, but she was fighting hard, and then she's just like.
Well, not even because when she's fighting Hawkeye, she's like, "We're still friends, right?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but they're still fighting hard.
I guess.
And then she's just standing there and then lets him go.
See, what I thought was interesting about this is like,
what she was in the movie with him last. She was in Winter Soldier with him, and like they have a relationship.
I know.
And she's a double agent to begin with. Like that's her whole thing.
But
you still thought it was abrupt?
It just felt. Okay.
I don't even remember her changing. When did she change sides?
Remember, Captain America's like, so the whole fight, they're fighting, and then Captain America's like, I gotta get out of here because I gotta go. He realized who this like the Daniel Rule guy was, the villain.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta go stop that guy, and they're all like, listen, Cap, we're not all getting out of this, so you go, and we'll like distract everyone. So he gets to the hangar, and Vision and Black Panther are chasing him, and Black Widow's right in front of like the hangar, and he's with Bucky, and she just lets them go and doesn't fight him.
Yeah.
She was on Iron Man's side.
Yeah, I didn't really pick up on that. See, what's weird is that like obviously none of them were gonna kill each other. Like none of them wanted to kill. Like Iron Man didn't want to kill Captain America, but these are all superheroes with such insane force, like that. Like they're like going all out trying to fight each other, and then like the whole time you're watching, you're like, yeah, none of these people can die until what's his face
War Machine gets
clipped
shot down
by like a Vision bullet. Then like why was Vision even like launching that shit out in the first place? Was he trying
to take out Falcon?
With what? The same thing that paralyzed the other guy in a less powerful suit?
Wait.
So War Machine has a big ass suit on. War Machine covered everywhere. He's trying to hit Falcon, who has a backpack with wings.
Yeah.
What would that have done?
He would have died.
I'm trying to remember.
Killed him.
I'm trying to remember what Falcon was doing though.
Flying.
But was
he was following the jet?
Was it the jet?
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm trying to remember what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. I don't think it was. I absolutely don't think it was his intention to kill.
And like when what's his face like drops something on Spider-Man and he's like, oh wow, you're strong, and he's like, ha, yeah. Like
He didn't know.
What if he wasn't
He
strong?
was just a teenager.
What if he wasn't strong enough? Oh, I just squashed Spider-Man. Like,
Oh yeah.
didn't know. Everyone would be like, you killed superheroes, but
He's a kid.
great things.
He's an aunt.
Yeah, and they were laughing. He's like, oh, what are you, 16? You're great at fighting. Well, he's like trying to like kill him.
Wait, okay, but hold on. They had like, that wasn't even just one fight. That was like
Multiple
like
fights.
50 fights.
It was
Yeah.
sick.
You had like Spider-Man versus Falcon versus Winter Soldier, Captain America versus Iron Man versus I don't know, Black Widow versus Hawkeye versus Vision versus everyone else, Ant-Man versus everyone else. Ant-Man gets big, holy shit. Ant-Man inside Iron Man's suit, oh my god. Ant-Man fleshing him out. It was just like, what? It was just so much stuff that
It was really cool.
blew me away.
But I followed all of it.
And you followed all of it.
Yeah, you got it.
It's crazy.
I mean, I got it too. I don't know.
I think-
why.
And Paul Rudd killed.
Yeah, he did.
Paul was hysterical.
I think he always does. But
Oh, yeah.
back to the Black Widow thing, I think if there were just a couple seconds of footage of maybe her, like a reaction shot or point of view where she's like looking around at all this chaos where they're fighting and she's disoriented.
Right.
Because
There's
she
none of
has no
that.
powers.
Okay.
She shouldn't really even be part of the Avengers in the first place. At least.
She has powers.
But if she was looking at like, if it showed her like looking like
Right.
around and disapproving, and but there was none of that. It just cut straight to her. Go ahead, I switch sides.
I mean, she does get imprisoned. But yeah, you are right. Like,
Yeah.
I okay.
Where'd it come
I could
from?
buy someone seeing it as abrupt. I
But
understand that.
it was a minor thing.
Yeah, again, like it's almost like picking apart a Game of Thrones episode. Like when something is like consistently like a 9 or 9.5, you're gonna nitpick.
when
you have to analyze.
Like
it.
when
if
you
that's
see
my
a
biggest
6
complaint.
Right. What about? I kind of want to hear Biddle's point of view on this. So Captain America's broad. Captain America's girl from the 40s
is
passes
the
away. Remember, they get a phone call. And she's like, she's passed away.
yeah.
Goes to the
But
funeral.
here's her haunt.
30 minutes later, he's making out with her like niece.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's it. I like it. You know.
You like it?
But he didn't know.
No, he absolutely.
No, but when
knew.
he met her, he didn't know.
But he didn't kiss her.
He was
when
attracted
met
to her
until
before.
he only made a move after he realized
His
that
aunt
she
was
was
dead.
related to the girl he
You're
he
not
used
wrong.
to like. Which I think
weird.
honestly it would. What's wrong with that? It would make me more attracted to a girl.
It makes me more on Iron Man's side, even though it has nothing to do
it
with.
made me
I'm
like
Team Iron
it
Man
made me
now.
like Captain America better a little bit because he's like Captain America don't give a fuck. He ain't gonna listen to the UN. He's not gonna listen to anybody.
He's made a 180, man.
Yeah.
He hadn't changed enough.
Yeah.
He's become billionaire playboy Tony Stark.
Yeah, no.
you're right.
Actually, I really didn't think of it as a thing. It was fine, I guess.
That at one point I was like, that was
It was like, ooh, wow, what a coincidence.
So soon.
This is a movie.
But
Day
as
later.
Jamie Lannister says, you know,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
choose who you love.
that's right.
you love who you choose.
What?
Yeah, he says that to
Oh, yeah.
Marcella on the boat.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Also, it's not.
I take my life lessons
also,
from Jamie
it's,
Lannister.
it's not incest or anything either. It's like, oh, I liked this one girl and she
Yeah, date her
died,
niece.
and then like this is another girl. She just
In feudal societies,
Yeah,
if your brother
Yes.
dies, you marry the woman.
that's right. Is it right?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't-
so Ned Stark, his older brother Brandon, you know, when he died, he was supposed to marry Catelyn Tully, but
Sam Tully.
and then Brandon Stark died, and then Ned took his place and married Catelyn. There's some history for you.
Interesting.
Game of Thrones.
Or what about when Falcon and Winter Soldier are in the car and he's just like, "You need your seat up." No. And
Yeah,
they're fighting. He's just like, "You couldn't."
That was that the funniest part of the movie?
That might
I
have been my
laughed
favorite.
really hard.
Yeah, and, at the can you see it? No.
because that's such a mundane thing.
Yeah, it's like such like a real little bit of a conversation that
It's
would
obsequious.
legitimately happen.
I loved Ant-Man during the fight where he's just like, "Here's your shield,
Okay, Janny."
Captain America."
That word totally doesn't work.
Yeah.
Obsequious.
No, I've said obsequious.
Oh, obsequious.
I think that means servile.
That's I hate you, dude.
Justin Barry's favorite word.
Servile.
No, obsequious.
Everyone knows
He just
who
throws
Justin
that out
Bieber is. He just throws it out there.
He just uses obsequious in the just random places.
You obsequious quack. Hey, that's a line from Running in the Red, for which I won an award. David Biddle, two-time Cappy Award winner.
They just had the Cappies.
Yeah, I think Annie won something.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I think Ant-Man was, I thought, the funniest.
Yeah,
just during the fight when he grew, he's just like, when he's in Iron Man 2, he's like, this is your conscience. We've been talking a while.
Yeah.
Or when he got bigger, he's just like, whoa, like you freaking out.
I also like how Ant-Man kind of knew, or at least they addressed it. It was self-aware that he was an outsider.
Yeah.
Like the whole time.
He's like,
they're like, who is this?
Here's your shield, Captain America. Like taking it. Oh my god. He was great. He was utilized great. I thought everyone was just really well done, and even Spider-Man during it. And he's just like, I gotta impress Mr. Stark. And then at the end, he's like, I'm not done. I'm done. And at the end, he's in Germany, and they just ditched him.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like, then you had everything after the witch, with they find out that this guy's been pulling the strings, and then they fight. And they break up, and Stan Lee makes a cameo. We didn't talk about Stan Lee's cameo in Deadpool.
His cameo in Deadpool was better.
What was it?
He was the DJ at the strip club.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Hey, Tony Stink. Giving the letter or whatever. Tony Stink here. Yeah, but they crippled War Machine. Yeah. And right after the fact, he just like blows Falcon away. He's just like, I'm so sorry. He just like pulses them or whatever.
Okay, those pulses.
Hand pulses.
What are they?
Oh, that was cool. Wait,
Why
you're talking about when he had?
I'm talking about when they like shot down War Machine. They're like both racing to go grab him because he's plummeting, and then he lands.
And we all expected them to catch him.
Right.
And that would be like the thing that would unite them, but
no.
Yeah.
And it did unite them.
For a little bit,
yeah. I like how, War Machine, like in the scene where he had those like robotic legs on, he's like walking, like Tony Stark has a suit that he pretty much controls with his mind.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he build this dude like?
Well, I think he is.
I think that's what he's doing.
But like his brain isn't paralyzed, his spine is.
I think all paralyzed people would want what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, of course they want what I'm talking
Tony
about right
Stark.
now, but there's no Tony Stark in that. Why are there issues when people have this many powers?
Well, that's what they're trying to stop.
Yeah, but like it's just like.
Do you get it, Biddle?
I don't.
Okay. What about? I'm trying to think of other parts.
I should go over my I don't really care about the Black Widow thing. Like that was just a small thing. But
I understand that one.
My big thing was Vision. I don't like him, and
really?
I thought his who acts
Paul Bettany.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
Okay.
But as a character, like his dialogue in the kitchen, I thought was really good. Like as an actor,
he's a robot.
Yeah, but
so he is. I don't know.
No, but as a character, first of all, I don't care about him.
No.
I don't like him.
No.
I didn't really understand his intentions.
What are his powers?
Well, I mean, he's created an Ultron.
I think his powers are a little. It's him and I forget her name that can.
Stone.
But him and the girl who can.
Witch Hazel. Is that what it is?
Scarlet Witch.
Their powers are a little too much compared to
everyone else.
Everyone else, they seem a little more magic.
And they had a romantic thing.
That's my thing. Like, it's like, why does that girl have like those like psychosis powers like that? Like all like the characters of the Avengers, it's like, oh, this guy got radiation. I believe it. That's how everything gets powered. Iron Man has the suit. What's his face has the Captain America.
Captain America's a little strong.
He has the super serum and can run really fast.
Well,
like way faster than I was comfortable with seeing him run. I was like, wow, what a superhero movie.
They are superheroes.
Like it was ridiculous. And then
it's a superhero movie.
But like,
okay, well here
I'm gonna the first Iron Man movie, he was trapped in a cave for like half an hour with Nilsen. And he built a shitty suit and
and that was the best scene.
Clunked his way out of there and he crashed into the desert.
You think that's as insane as running fast?
No, I think that's way cooler.
Okay.
It was cool.
Listen, this is the whole thing. I want to watch this is why everything with Scarlet Witch and Vision made sense because in Avengers: Age of Ultron, They had the scepter in the first Avengers. Loki's staff, the scepter. That was taken, the first Avengers. Loki's staff, the scepter. That was taken, was stolen by Hydra. And at the after credit of goddamn Captain America Winter Soldier, they have that guy with the weird eye, like playing with it. And then he's like, oh, we made these two twins. And then they show the two twins. They show the guy running fast. They show Scarlet Witch. And they made those two twins out of the scepter. They used the powers from the scepter, and they got powers because they were like experimenting with them. Then in Avengers 2, in the opening scene, they take out that guy. They get the scepter. Iron Man has like a flash forward. He gets all that vision. And he sees the Avengers dead. And then he's fighting those two guys. At the very end battle, they get Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And Quicksilver dies, but then they get Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch got her powers from the scepter, which was later made to be made for Ultron. And Ultron used it to make Vision. And that's what has the stone here. So naturally, someone equal to his power would be able to stop him. And that's why that scene with Hawkeye breaking her out of confinement when Vision was like watching her. And of course he's on Iron Man's side.
Like, you're the only one who could do it.
Yeah. And he's the only one who could do it. And Vision also is like part Jarvis. So that's why he's on Team Iron Man, because he has Jarvis's voice and everything. And he's like watching over Scarlet Witch. So then Hawkeye, who was on Team Captain America, came in to save Scarlet Witch. She was in confinement, and she's the only one who could stop Vision because they have the same powers.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, see, I didn't get that. He's like, you're the only one that could stop him. I'm like, isn't he like frozen here like right now? Why can't they just like walk out?
Because he broke out. He like destroyed the. I've seen the movie like 50 times. He broke the arrow thing with his.
I don't have so much of a problem with the history, and I think it worked better. Avengers 2 seemed more of an absurd movie where
I just thought it was funny. Like,
there was more magical elements, and it was very not serious at all.
Yeah,
and there was just preposterous stuff happening.
The entire like a whole city.
The whole city getting lit.
Like, I believed what was more believable to me was a wormhole opening up over New York City and flying aliens coming down from the sky. That was more believable to me than the city, an entire city being picked up.
I don't have a problem with it though, because they introduced Thor and everything. Like,
I think it worked. I think it worked within Avengers 2. I don't think those things particularly hurt Avengers 2 because Avengers 2 established itself as a movie where ridiculous things are going to happen.
Well, my problems with Avengers 2 were it's hard to say the storytelling, because a lot of the storytelling was fantastic, but there were like, you could tell like there was so much more that was like supposed to be in that movie, and they just like chopped parts of it out.
Like Thor by the pool.
Right, like that was just random. It was the storytelling.
What?
And then it was like really
Thor
funny.
at one point is just kneeling by a pool.
He's just like in a pool, and I don't know, he gets a lightning.
It's total bullshit.
I watched the extended scenes on the Blu-ray, and like what he was apparently like, it totally does not come across in the movie because they cut the entire scene out, but it's like a 10-minute scene of him with the guy from Thor, the old guy, Steven Skarsgård from Good Will Hunting, and it's him like, and he's like, I gotta get information from like Asgard, and there's a way you can do it through this like pool, and it like hinted at the Infinity Gems, that gauntlet or whatever. And I don't know, like, I think that the issue with that scene was like, first of all, it totally didn't need to be in the movie, but they gave Thor no other reason to leave. So like, if they just didn't put it in there, Thor would just be missing for like half the movie, like Gandalf in The Hobbit, and then come back out of nowhere. But that was just like a total cluster mess. Yeah, total mess. But like, my problems were the storytelling. Like, I had a problem with the villain. I don't think the villain had to be there. His intentions in this movie were wrong. Whereas like in Ultron, just like there were too many jokes, and there was just too many scenes like that one that were just like not fully developed. What were your problems with it?
So Civil War it felt more real. It felt more gritty. Winter Soldier was the same way. Grounded. It was a little less grounded than Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I think that came in with Vision.
See, I think grounded is the word that I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Because like, obviously it's a superhero movie and it's not going to be realistic.
Right.
But like
Winter Soldier is like a Grisham novel. Like it's like that doesn't even need to be a superhero movie. It's just a spy espionage thriller.
Yeah. See, like I guess that's what I would think would be okay about it if I.
Well, Civil War is more like Avengers. I know. Okay, I know.
Civil War is more like Avengers, but it's the most grounded one. And when it's that grounded, Vision and
Scarlet Witch
are the things that
and Ant-Man getting huge.
And also, because Thor and Hulk aren't there.
But Ant-Man getting huge is no more preposterous than Ant-Man getting small.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, yeah, and Thor, like Thor and Hulk were not there, so like that's why in Avengers 2, when they were there, you have all these characters like that. It's not as preposterous. Whereas a movie that started out so grounded, and they just have these two guys that are like, whoa, they're really powerful.
I think it would have been better if they made an excuse for those two not to be in the movie.
Yeah, it would have been.
And then have them come back for Avengers 3.
You can only do that for so many characters, you know?
Right, but I think those are the characters that you...
Yeah.
Even Hulk is more grounded.
Hulk
is more
even
believable.
Think Thor is more believable because, like, he doesn't, like, he comes from a different dimension or whatever. I can forgive that.
Realm.
But his powers are...
Like, he has, like, normal, not like normal powers, but like he's like, oh, I got the hammer, you can't pick it up. I'm strong with it, and I can swing
physical.
It. I can swing
it's
it.
A physical. Yeah.
That part's a little dumb, but you know,
I think
fine.
Thor's
not great. He's my least favorite by
he's from another realm.
He's pretty. Thor's
Can we just
the
have
dumbest.
Idris Elba be Thor? Because
Idris Elba's already in the movie.
Yeah, I know, but could they just swap?
Oh, I'm down.
That would be
because he's
unbelievable.
So cool.
he's the gatekeeper guy. Yeah. Or
what if Thor
Idris
was
Elba
blind?
Pacific Rim.
We're gonna face the monsters at our door, bring the fight to them. Today we're catching in the apocalypse.
Idris Elba as Shere Khan. Just have him be a tiger.
Okay.
He was in the jungle.
Yeah, I know that. I know. I actually did. I did actually get that.
Do you think he would have been the pick for Black Panther if he was not already in the universe?
Oh.
No, because I think they went with the right choice going with a young guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Black Panther. Yeah, Idris Elba's like 100 now, right?
No, he's like
80.
Close to 50, probably.
Right,
40 or 50.
Let's put an age down. I got 51.
Search it up.
I've got
real guess.
I've got 50.
Real
Let's
guess.
think like a heavy bet
He's
here.
40,
extremely good looking.
47. 47.
50-year-old.
I'm locking 47.
Did you see the pictures of him playing Roland?
No, I did not. Is this recent?
There were leaked set photos.
What?
Roland and what?
The Dark Tower series, which is my favorite book series ever. I've been waiting.
All right, hold on, real quick.
That's because Christian's
we got the ages.
an idiot
And I read books.
He's a little boy.
He's not in his 50s because
It's Stephen King, okay? I feel grown up when I read them.
72.
No.
No, like that's the year,
Oh.
1972.
Oh, so he's like 43.
He's 47. Or wait, hold on. Let's recalculate that.
He's like 43.
No, he's not because my.
44.
Oh wait, yeah, I messed that up. Yeah, I was closest though.
I see the photos. Dark Tower.
They're cool, but like they don't say much because they weren't set up
yeah,
or anything. And the sets are that's not
Dark
that's
Tower's
from the
pretty
book.
cool.
That's the photos.
Is it cool?
I actually, it's too much to explain, but it's pretty neat.
That's a man on a quest to find the Dark Tower. That's all you need to know.
That's like
it's a western. It's a horror. It's sci-fi,
McConaughey
fantasy.
and Elba and the two leading roles.
McConaughey, the Man in Black.
It's like Lord of the Rings, right? With the tower.
There's a little.
And the Sauron.
There's some Lord of the Rings allusions.
There's a lot
There's
of
also a ton of allusions to Wizard of Oz.
But yeah,
How many times have you read the series?
No comment. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. You start talking about illusions. You've read that book a lot.
Yeah.
we gotta talk about the after credits.
Oh, I saw one of them. Don't remember it.
So, you only,
The second. The first one's more important.
How buzzed were you to not remember the after credit?
I was just with my girlfriend and I was really paying attention. Getting
okay,
HJs and BJs and VJs. That's a vagina job. We were having sex in the theater.
All right, so
Just kidding.
That concludes now.
Kidding. We weren't. I was just ready to go. I was tired.
Okay, so the first one was of they were locking away Winter Soldier in like they're freezing him.
Yeah.
They're freezing him
Oh, I remember that.
in Wakanda at Black Panther's home.
Oh, fun fact: Black Panther is richer than Iron Man.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you can kind of see that with his.
Yeah, he's like a huge.
That was so cool.
They like pan out his window, and there's like all this mist
In the middle
and
of the jungle.
You hear this score come up. Yeah, in the middle of the jungle, and you just see this gigantic like carved panther, or maybe it was a cave panther, just like, and then just like concludes.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. So maybe in the Black Panther movie, like maybe even Winter Soldier will be in the Black Panther movie.
That would make a lot of sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they keep throwing Winter Soldier in though. I don't even.
I think he's really cool.
I think he's really cool.
The metal arm is. I thought at first I was like, that's kind of stupid, but it's like.
I like the actor.
Pretty badass.
I think
Did you see the photo of him with Mark Hamill? Did you see that photo?
No.
Dude looks just like Mark Hamill.
Oh, I did see that.
You did see that? It's like scary. The resemblance. Like I didn't believe it.
I can picture that. You mean like older Mark Hamill?
Younger.
What's the guy's name?
Less recent.
But with the long hair.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, look at this, Chris. That's the Winter Soldier. Legit.
Oh my god.
Can you believe that? That's nuts. That looks just like him. Oh, everyone at home. Shit.
Yeah,
Do
look,
people even listen to this at home?
Dude, this is like 2 hours long. No one will listen to this besides maybe Ben.
And all three of us.
Yeah, I don't even
Besides
listen.
maybe
I don't
Ben.
even listen to all of these guys. What am I gonna do? Like sit down for 2 hours?
You lived it.
Yeah, I was already here.
Well, okay. If you had to give a rating to Captain America, not Winter Soldier, to Captain America: Civil War, out of 10, you can do decimals. What would you give it? And where do you think it ranks with the best Disney Marvel movies? That's Iron Man, Avengers, and all that.
Okay, Iron Man definitely number one. Like
That's your favorite. I can tell that's your favorite.
That's an amazing.
That's my favorite.
See, I've kind of forgotten about it until these movies started getting like weirder and weirder.
Okay.
And then I was like, man, like the good old days, back when there was one person with superpowers and like one character that was being like developed. But yeah,
Do you think it's top 5?
Marvel.
Top 5 in just the Marvel MCU?
All right, let's hit me with all 13.
Okay.
Do we count X-Men?
No.
Okay.
So we count Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor.
Wait.
Ed Norton. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk.
Is that the same origin as?
Yeah, it's canon.
Different
yeah.
actor.
Okay, I didn't.
The general in that one is in Civil War.
All right, so list these movies. I'll tell you like on a scale of 1 to 5, and then like I'll remember. All right, so
okay, Iron Man
5,
Incredible Hulk
2,
okay, Iron Man 2,
1,
Thor. I love Thor.
3,
Captain America, First Avenger,
4,
Avengers,
4.
Iron Man 3.
What was that one?
Iron Man 3 was the one directed by Shane Black.
Ben Kingsley was in it.
Ben Kingsley's like a false villain at the very end.
Oh,
Spoilers for.
Wait.
You're listening to this.
That would ruin the movie.
Iron Man. Okay, Iron Man 2 was the.
Iron Man 2 was the one. It was the guy who was like, "I want my bed." It was like the Russian guy.
That one's a 3.
Who's the other guy in it? He played the Hammer guy. Who's in he's in Moon. Have you seen Moon?
No. I have not.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
That one. Okay, sorry. Iron Man 2 was a 3. Whiplash was pretty cool.
Yes, that was the.
The electricity.
Yeah, that was the guy, and he wanted his bed.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 was cool. Iron Man 3, I did not like at all. That one was ridiculous with like the heat stuff. And
It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Some of the dialogue was very funny, but
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some funny scenes in that one, but like just because it's funny doesn't mean it's
See,
good.
the reason I kind of like that one is it was more like a Shane Black movie, which I thought was like a breath of like
it was
a
different.
break for all the superhero movies because like you've seen all this other stuff and the fact that they had the guts to do that twist at the end.
Wait, what was the twist?
I don't
at
think
the
the twist worked.
What was the twist?
Spoilers. It was that Ben Kingsley wasn't a villain at all. And
The
he was
villain
just
was just an actor.
That was the third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crippled guy was the real villain.
I can't remember.
He might have been disabled in the beginning.
I only watched that movie once.
It was the guy from Memento.
It was a Christmas movie.
It was a Christmas movie. Like there was so much weird stuff and funny. Like I admire it, but I totally see why people don't like it.
Yeah.
Totally see.
I
so then there was
enjoyed
Thor 2, Dark World, which I liked it when I saw it, and actually I don't like it.
I don't even wait. Which one was that? I don't even know if I saw
Thor
that
1 and Thor 2.
I remember when we saw it.
It has the worst, or in my opinion, the most horrible and confusing action sequence ever with the portals, where it's so disorienting. Like you cannot follow the action.
And they got a Game of Thrones director to do that one. Like it was such a perfect pairing. They got Alan Taylor to do that movie,
which worked.
Which Game of Thrones and Thor would like.
It worked at points like on Asgard. Asgard was way better in 2 than 1 because 1 Asgard sucked.
Yeah, but the villain in 2 was like that elf guy.
Yeah.
You don't even know him. You don't even remember him.
I do.
But I remember when we saw. I remember like we were with Jacob.
It's like
Heiser,
the elves,
David,
the dark elves,
Bailey, and you. And like when we saw, it, we were like, "That was awesome." And
I don't think I
revisited
saw
it,
two.
I didn't
was
say
like,
that.
This is awful.
I just said, "Oh, it was slightly better than one."
Yeah.
There's something like.
And I hate the first Troy or the first.
First
I
Troy
love,
movie.
I love
First
the first Thor. The first Thor is so
Troy.
good.
Troy.
The first Thor is so good.
I hate it.
I think the only thing that's bad is the relationship, but I think it's genius. Everything with
Loki's
Loki.
cool.
Okay, so then there's Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I think I need to rewatch.
For me, that's
that
a 5.
I need to rewatch
Guardians of
that
the Galaxy.
movie.
5 for me.
I
That's
I
so
didn't
different
see that one,
than-
and I feel like that one doesn't.
That was my favorite Marvel movie.
I really want to see that one. I'm sure it doesn't like it doesn't. That's not like.
I can't really rank it among.
And then
Even
Avengers
though it
2.
is.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do though because I think it's
That one I compare to
it's
like
a ton.
Star Wars and stuff like that.
Slightly
cyberpunk.
worse than Avengers 1,
Okay.
but more important.
Ant-Man. Did you see Ant-Man?
Yeah,
I love him.
that was funny.
Ant-Man's different.
the
It's a
Ant-
small
yeah,
movie. No pun
Ant-Man's-
intended.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Wait, this is pretty funny.
Okay.
You know when he goes subatomic?
Yeah.
I was like,
Spoilers.
kind of high. It was just
Why
like,
is? I mean, it's superhero movies I'm
Yeah,
seeing here.
no.
There's a common trend here.
I mean, like the only movies I go see are superhero movies because like all other movies, like you don't need a big screen or like loudness, like Nightcrawler. Like, did you need to see that in the theaters? Like, no. I saw Nightcrawler on a plane. That
Okay.
same plane ride that I saw Captain America: Winter Soldier, and Nightcrawler was a great movie. Captain America: Winter Soldier probably wasn't that good because it was on this tiny little screen.
Right.
Like, I didn't need a big screen for Nightcrawler.
it's the experience.
Yeah. But
And then
yeah.
you have this one. after
so
Ant-Man.
so I'll show up intoxicated to these movies because it's cool. And then when he goes subatomic, you best believe that was the coolest. Holy God, it was like, cool.
Yeah, that was.
that was pretty awesome.
That was mad trippy.
I love Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And
Again,
then
how they get these great.
and the relationship with his daughter.
Oh yeah.
And then
And the stepdad was not a dick. He was awesome.
yeah, he was a nice stepdad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
relationship.
something that.
It's different.
Yeah, Paul Rudd was like being a dick to this guy, but like he
Is he a nice
wasn't a
guy?
dick.
Yeah.
I think that weird. I didn't like the scientist guy that much, like the previous Ant-Man dude, and that relationship with his daughter was like, for me.
Oh, you're referring to Kate from Lost and
Evangeline Lilly.
and Michael Douglas.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, Evangeline Lilly.
no. I mean, like it was fine, but it was like a little much, and I was like, let's see.
I
it
thought
later.
I was again,
Good
they're
movie
both-
though. I liked it a
So
lot.
then there's this.
I saw it with David, my Spanish exchange student,
Oh,
and,
you told
and
me
I,
that.
I think he followed it, which is
So
impressive.
Where would you rank Civil War again? Out of all those, like top 5, top
3? Like top 5, 3, 4, top 4,
Okay, Chris.
4th.
Chris Topher.
Okay, so Iron Man 1's number 1 for me.
Christopher.
And then I don't know if I've only seen Civil
That's
War
fun.
once.
Okay.
So I don't know if I like that more than Winter Soldier. But they're right there.
Ooh, yeah, like
I don't know.
it's top 3.
Winter
or 4.
Soldier's more focused for me. But
It is.
That's
I
why
have
like.
so much fun watching Civil War, and the dialogue is so good. So Civil War might be better.
I think for me, Guardians is my favorite.
Oh, I didn't compare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not it. Yeah.
I was so hyped for the movie and it delivered in like every ratio ever. And I haven't seen anything like it.
Chris Pratt.
Yep.
I like him. Guardians, and then I mean I know you guys probably don't like it as much as I do, but I think the first Avengers is amazing. And then it's this one and Winter Soldier, and then the Iron Man movie.
But like, if I want to watch a ridiculous action movie,
I don't find them ridiculous.
I found Avengers to be.
It opens with Samuel L. Jackson and everyone from Thor, and then like Loki comes to
Well,
the portal, and
like-
he's just like, "Sir, put down the spear," and then he shoots everyone. It's awesome.
see, that's action.
Coulson's there.
The Sam Jackson scenes are great, actually. Especially like the car chase and. Or that was Winter Soldier.
In the
Shoot.
first Avengers, and
Shoot.
he takes
the best
out,
Sam Jackson scene is in Winter Soldier.
It is.
So-
Which is
Oh
why I'm
yeah,
not-
and at the very end, like when he fakes his death, he
Yeah.
has the Pulp Fiction line on the
Yeah,
tombstone.
on the.
By the way, did anyone else hear the O.J. Simpson reference in Civil War? At one point, Falcon's like, "I'm gonna go Mark Furman on your ass," which is the guy from OJ Verdict. Just a little.
Oh, I think I do remember.
I didn't pick up on that.
I think they've made a couple OJ references.
They made a bunch of references.
They like
the Star Wars reference.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
What's that really old movie?
Yeah, yeah.
With the planes and
Empires.
the walkie thingies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was actually thinking about when I saw Ant-Man.
Me too.
I'm like, they could totally go AT-AT on this.
Yeah, nice. I was thinking that, but I couldn't think of the AT-AT. I was like, well, what's that really old movie on with the ice planet and the walkie thingies? And then Spider-Man just said it. I'm Spider-Man. I should have played Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I should have too, because I'm
two-time award-winning actor.
You could still play him on Broadway, but you'd probably end up dying.
Jesus.
End it there.
Ow.
That concludes this episode of the MovieGoers Talk Show. Goodbye.